Hello and welcome to another episode here at the free review for the licensure examination for agriculturists. In this video, we will talk about plant nutrition and nutrient management. So what are fertilizers? Fertilizers are any material, organic or inorganic, which is applied to the soil and provided to the plant to supply nutrients needed for optimum plant growth and development. So what you can do here from this slide moving forward is try to get a piece of paper and try to create a concept map ng classifications. Ayan. So, kunwari, ayan, fertilizers based on source, tas under niya may natural, tas may synthetic, ganon. Okay, so you can do that on your own. You can pause this video and just get a piece of paper and do that. Okay, so the types of fertilizers based on source ay natural fertilizers and synthetic fertilizers. So natural fertilizers are those found in nature. So kung naturally present siya sa environment, so it is a natural fertilizer. On the other hand, we have synthetic fertilizers whereas they are chemically synthesized or what we call purified fertilizers. So examples are urea, complete fertilizer, ammophos. So kapag na-pellet na siya ganyan, so they are considered as synthetic fertilizers. On the other hand, if we talk about natural fertilizers, even though that is a chemical, let's say for example, rock phosphate. So rock phosphate, if you will look at the name itself, so it sounds like a chemical, right? It is a chemical, but it is found naturally in mines, animal manure, humus. Ayan. So those are some of the examples of natural fertilizers. Kung nakikita siya sa nature or sa environment. Kapag synthetic, they are produced in the lab. They are synthesized, purified fertilizers. So those are types of fertilizers based on source. The next one is types of fertilizers based on chemical composition. So ito naman, chemical composition. Again, kanina source, saan nanggaling? Ngayon, ano yung laman noong fertilizer na yon? When we talk about organic fertilizers, these are fertilizers that contain the element carbon. If you will look back sa ating chemistry, sa ating organic chemistry, so kapag merong carbon, so they are considered as organic. So let's say for example, peanut hull, rice straw, urea, even urea that is synthesized in the laboratory or purified, since meron siyang carbon, it is considered as an organic fertilizer. Ayan. So, biofertilizers are also considered as organic fertilizers and they are comprised of live microorganisms. Ayan. So, ito yung mga ilan sa mga product ng biotech. Ganyan. Let us say for example, mga mycovam, yan, kasi merong fungi sa loob. So the next one is inorganic fertilizers. So inorganic fertilizers, contrary to organic fertilizers, they do not contain any carbon. So let's say for example, muriate of potash, potassium nitrate, sulfophosphate. So they do not contain carbon, thus they are considered inorganic fertilizer. Okay, now let's go to organic matter. So organic matter are substances containing carbon, from the term itself, organic, originates mostly from living organisms. So let's say for example, kapag naglagay ka ng manure of animals, tas fallen leaves of plants, pinaghalo mo, and you let them decompose, it can produce humus. So it improves the physical, chemical, and biological properties of soil. So some of these are soil aggregation, water holding capacity, cation exchange capacity, and decomposer population. I have another video about this regarding these different factors affecting yung site natin, which is on the video ng site characterization and evaluation. So nandun yun. So organic matter is essential to sustain long-term land productivity. Okay, so here is a comparison between organic versus inorganic fertilizers. Organic fertilizers supply essential nutrients in inaccessible forms. So let us say, for example, if you try to decompose a banana peel, within the soil. So, hindi pa agad siya accessible sa plants natin kasi hindi naman pwedeng kainin ng roots yung banana peel, di ba? So, it will take a lot of time for it to decompose and tsaka pa lang siya, well, with the help of microorganisms, tsaka pa lang siya kayang kainin or i-access ng ating halaman. So, sa inorganic fertilizers naman, they supply essential nutrients in accessible forms. So, let us say, for example, uh, what we see sa mga fertilizers mismo. Ayan. So, since siya ay purified, ganyan, kaya na siyang i-absorb agad ng halaman. Accessible sa inorganic, inaccessible for organic. So organic fertilizers indirectly supplies the nutrients in the soil, needs decomposition to be utilized. So organic directly supplies. Inorganic fertilizers feed the plant. Tapos organic fertilizer naman, it feeds the soil organisms and the plants themselves. Ayun. So it provides relatively low amounts of nutrients. Tas inorganic, higher amounts kasi concentrated siya. Ayun. So rich in organic matters or organic fertilizers, the composition rate is highly affected by C to N ratio. So ano nga ba yung C to N ratio? So ang C to N ratio is parang kinocompute lang siya for us to know kung gaano ka tagal na magdidecompose ang isang compost. So divide the carbon, for example, amount ng carbon by the nitrogen to get the C to N ratio. So if it is between 25 and 35, your pile or your compost pile should compost beautifully. If the ratio is higher or lower than that, adjust the proportions para mapunta siya sa range ng 25 to 35. So, ang implication lang yan is kung mas mataas ang C to N ratio, ibig sabihin mas matagal mag-decompose yung organic component ng isang fertilizer. Ayan. And hence, a longer time for inorganic nutrients to be available for use. Okay, so the big question is, are all inorganic fertilizers synthetic? The answer is no, because there is a synthetic organic fertilizer, which is urea, created chemically but contains carbon in its chemistry. And are all organic fertilizers natural? The answer is still no. Example of natural inorganic fertilizer is rock phosphate. Ayan. So, inorganic siya kasi wala siyang carbon, pero natural siya kasi nakikita siya sa mines. Ayan. So, again, natural is about sa source. Tapos yung isa naman is about sa composition. Yeah. So it is possible for synthetic fertilizers to contain carbon, and it is possible to acquire inorganic materials from natural sources. Okay, so this slide is just saying na the best type of management is integrated nutrient management because it leverages the strengths of inorganic and organic fertilizers. So, kapag pinag-combine mo yung dalawa, it can sustain both plant and soil health, balances economic benefits while conserving the environmental and high yield and healthy ecosystem. So now let us go to the methods of application. So for solid fertilizer, we have broadcasting. So broadcasting is spreading uniformly in the field. So pwede siyang basal application. Ang basal application, i-apply mo siya kapag itatanim mo yung halaman. Ayan. So it is mixed into the soil. Ayon. And sa top dressing naman, malalaki na yung mga halaman, then tsaka ka magsasaboy ng fertilizer. Okay, so that's basal application, top dressing. We also have side dressing. Ayan, spreading of fertilizers in rows or around the plants. Okay, so pellet application, placement of pellet of fertilizers in pellet forms like this one. So kapag liquid fertilizer naman, so you can use a starter solution. So application of solution during transplanting at a ratio of 1:2:1 or or 1:1:2. So if you will notice, di ba kapag meron tayong mga fertilizers, ang nakalagay na agad na numbers doon, for example, 14, 14, 14, ganun na. Pero pag starter solution, mababa pa lang yung kanyang concentration. Ayan. Kasi nga starter pa lang. Ayan. So during transplanting. The next one is foliar fertilizer, spraying of the solution on the foliage of plants. That's fertigation, application of soluble fertilizers through irrigation water. And yeah, I think that's it for this episode. See you in the next one. Bye.